Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Gita afrilia and I will present you about the theory of first language acquisition. Okay, number 1, behaviorist theory by B.F. Skinner. The point of view of behavioristic theory defines language acquisition as a learning flow through habituation. Skinner argues that children acquire language skills through 3 important ways: imitation, repetition of exercise, as well as a positive support that comes from around them. In a behaviorist perspective, the process of learning a language begins when a child listens to an adult speak and that tries to imitate the sound or word they hear. If a child manages to imitate appropriately, they will receive positive support in the form of praise, smile, or other positive response for adult. This kind of support tends to encourage the child to return to similar language behavior. For example, an 8-month-old baby listening to his mother repeatedly say the word mama. Further, the baby is trying to imitate the sounds, pronouncing something similar to mama. Hearing this, the mother responds with a big smile or hug her son. Number 2, Nativist Theory by Nance Kamsky. The nativist view, pioneered by Kamsky, holds that human beings from birth have an innate ability to acquire language skills. Kamsky provides a critique of the behaviorist view by stating that children are also to acquire language with remarkable speed and precision. Even though the information they acquire is limited, imperfect, and often contain accuracies. Number 2, Nativist Theory by Kamsky. The nativist view, pioneered by Kamsky, holds that human beings from birth have an innate ability to acquire language skills. Kamsky provides a critique of the behaviorist view by stating that children are able to acquire language with remarkable speed and precision, even though the information they acquire is limited, imperfect, and often contains inaccuracies. This condition is referred to as excitatory inhibition. Kamsky introduced the concept of language acquisition device, or LAD, which is an innate mental device that allows children to process language input and extract grammar. LAD is equipped with universal grammar, which is a set of universal grammatical principles that all human beings are born with. Universal grammar explains why all the language of the world have certain structural similarities and why children can acquire any language with the same level of difficulty. Number 3, Social Interactionist Theory by Vygotsky. Vygotsky postulates that language arises through communal interaction and is subsequently absorbed by the child, transforming into a cognitive tool. The central idea in this framework is the zone on proximal development, or ZPD, which represents the disparity between the child's current skill level and the prospective skill level that can be achieved with guidance from adult or more skilled peer. Bernard aids to Kamsky theory by presenting the Language Acquisition Support System, or LASS, which shows a support system from the social environment that enable LAD functionally. LASS includes all types of communal support such as scaffolding, child-oriented speech, and diverse forms of communicative interactions. The framework also underlines the relevance of scaffolding, which is a short-term aid provided by adults to allow a child to reach a more advanced level of linguistic competence. As the child's abilities grow, the scaffolding is systematically reduced until the child is finally able to use language independently. For example, phenomenon of child direct speech or motherese. When talking to babies, adults naturally use higher intonation, slower response, repetition of word and simple sentence. Moms will say, "Want some milk?" or "Drink milk." This special way of speaking helps baby focus their attention on language and makes it easier for them to understand language patterns. Number 4, Cognitive Theory by M.Pd. Number 4, Cognitive Theory by M.Pd. The core concept of this theory is the idea that cognitive process precede linguistic abilities. Piaget postulated that language serves as a medium for articulating pre-existing thought instead of instrumentally shaping those thoughts. Children build their understanding of the world through tactile engagement with their environment, with language emerging later as a means of categorizing and conveying this understanding. This theory describes a sequence of stages of cognitive development that evaluate a child's linguistic proficiency during the sensory-motor stage, which lasts from birth to 2 years. A child develops a fundamental spatial relationship through physical investigation. Language acquisition begins toward the peak of this stage after the attainment of object permanence by the child, the understanding that objects continue to exist even when invisible. In the pre-operational stage, which lasts from 2 to 7 years of age, the ability to symbolic reasoning undergoes substantial progress, thus allowing the expansion of vocabulary and the use of more sophisticated language. For example, a 4-year-old child who said an elephant is bigger than a cat has developed the cognitive ability to compare the size of objects. They must have mental concept of big or small and comparison before they can use comparative structure in language. Okay, I think enough for me. Thank you for watching and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.